Extreme Beauty Factor here with y'all with another video. Y'all, I'm coming in something very, very different. I remember y'all, I told y'all in my last video that I was going to do Sharp's Corner. So y'all, this is Sharp's Corner. And I'm coming on with my first guest, and this is my godmother, Miss Cassandra. And she's a breast cancer survivor. So Miss Cassandra, you want to say hi?
Hello, hello.
So we just going to come on here in this little intimate settings and just sit back and ask her a few questions about being a survivor of breast cancer, because it's very serious. There's a lot of women out here that has breast cancer, and some people might have questions, and she can answer them for you. So, Ms. Cassandra, you ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to do the history first of what breast cancer is. I'm going to put my little specs on, y'all. Y'all know what my little specs are, right? Okay. They said, what is breast cancer? And I got it off the website, cancercenter.com. And it's the history. Breast cancer is a common term for cancerous malignant tumors that starts in the cells that line the ducts or the lobes of the breast. Breast cancer is not one disease, rather it's several diseases that behave differently. And then it says what causes breast cancer. Breast cancer caused by causes are not exactly clear. Studies have identified numerous risks for breast cancer in women, including hormonal, lifestyles, and environmental factors that may increase the risk of disease. And it says like the personal history of cancer and cancer in families. So it can be history in a family. So, Ms. Cassandra, did anybody in your family had history, or was it a history thing, or?
Yes, my grandmother died of breast cancer, so it's an inheritance in our family. And my nephew, at the age of 44 years old, he died with tongue and lung cancer. So my family has got a history of cancer.
Oh, okay, y'all hear that there? It can be hereditary, you know, in your family. So. And the next, when should women begin screening for breast cancer? And the option is 40, and the annual is 45 to 54. That's the ages that you need to go and get your screening done for breast cancer. It starts at, the option is 40, and the annual is 45 to 50. So I went and got my breast, done annually now because I'm 47. So I have to keep going getting it checked. So it's very important that y'all go get your breast checked. It's very important. Okay. Another question, I got for you, Ms. Cassandra. What kept you fighting?
The support and the love that I had from my family, my friends, my godchildren, my godsons. My cancer doctor told me the love and support that you have. He said that is best medication. He said that is healthy medication. And I truly can say that I had the love and support. And it kept me going. Even when I was down, I always had the love and support. So it just built me up on a higher level to keep it moving.
Okay. That's good. You need the love and support from your family and friends to keep. That's anything. Anything that you're going through, not alone just breast cancer, that's anything in your life. I mean, if you a loss of a loved one, a loss of anything, or you in the hospital, you just need support. Even if you're not sick, you need support. So I think that's very important. I'm glad your doctor told you that, because it was you needed that. What can you tell someone who is going through what you went through?
The most important thing when you're going through breast cancer or any other kind of cancer is the love of God. That's what kept me going. And the faith that you have. Faith plays a very important, because some days you feel like you're not going to be able to make it, but with God's help and the faith, it'll keep you moving, and it'll encourage you when you're down. And the faith of God, knowing that you're going through cancer, that you're not going alone, because you always got Him there with you to carry you through this journey. But you got to have faith knowing it's God going to carry you through this.
And that's very important. You got to have God in anything in your life. Right, Mr. Son? You got to have anything in your life. Anything. Especially something tragic like this that you found out, you know. So you have to have God in your life. And the next question that I have for you, now that you are a survivor, what would you do differently when you went through the diagnosis and treatment?
Well, before I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I wasn't taking care of myself. The number one thing for us as ladies, we need to learn how to take care of ourselves, and that's something that I wasn't doing. I was taking care of everybody else, but I wasn't taking care of Cassandra. So it made me learn how to keep my doctor's appointment, go to my doctor's appointment when I'm supposed to go to my yearly checkups like I'm supposed to, and this for everybody that's listening, because once you diagnosed with cancer, you want to make sure that you stay on the right track. And the right track is making sure you take care of yourself. I walk, I exercise, I treat myself like I really love myself now. So I can just tell everybody to love yourself. And when you love yourself, you're going to learn how to take care of yourself.
That's y'all hear that? Ms. Cassandra, this question right here, what did friends and family members do or say that meant the most to you? And I'm going to tell my point of view before she answered that, y'all. I can remember the day that Miss Cassandra called my sister and I on the phone. We was on three-way. We always do this. And she called, and she was a little quiet, you know. She said, girls, I got to talk to y'all. And just right here, and another, I was like, okay, what's going on, Miss Cassandra? So she told us what happened. They was talking, but I was quiet. And I couldn't say nothing, and tears streaming down my face. And at first I was like, oh my God, no, she can't, no, I can't lose her. No. But God calmed me down as the tears were streaming down my face, and I came back when I was in that silence, and I heard them calling me, Andrea. And I was like, yeah, I'm here. And they was like, it's gonna be okay. I said, yeah, I know it is. And I just started crying, getting God praise where God told me that Miss Cassandra was gonna be healed. And look where she at right now. And that's my testimony to see that God is real, and God she's sitting right here. So Miss Cassandra, I'm gonna let you take where your family and friends, you know, what did your family and friends and members do or say that meant the most to you?
The most important thing when you're going through cancer is, like I said earlier, just loving on me, just being around positive family members, pushing me up the ladder, telling me that it's going to be okay, you're going to be fine, and you're going to be back to your normal routine. And they always encouraging me, and they loved on me. The most important thing that I had learned through the whole process in the 5 years is, like I said earlier, all the love and support. That's the medication that you really need.
That is true. That's true. Okay, now this one right here may sound crazy because you know people are like, oh God, why are you going to ask this? But I'm going to ask it. What was your first reaction when you were told that you had cancer?
A year before I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I lost my mom, my supporter, my friend. And when he called me about 8:30 that night, I was at my lowest moment. And I started crying, and I'll never forget that night. Because I told him, I said, Dr. Granton, whenever you get the report, I don't care what time of night it is, I said, call me. I said, because I want to know. And he did exactly what I asked. He called me. It was about 8:30. I had just come from Bible study. And at that time when he told me, he said, but yes, your tests come back and you do have cancer. He said, but we gonna win this. And now this is my doctor talking to me.
Hell yeah, she needs.
But I was at my lowest moment, but he was there to pick me up. He said, we gonna win this. He said, we gonna do surgery immediately. And this was on a Thursday. The next Friday, I was going into surgery.
Wow.
He said, we gonna fight this together. And so he prepared me for the surgery and everything. And the most important thing, after I went to sleep that night, I cried myself to sleep. My mom hadn't came to visit me in a year, but she came that night, and she said, Cassandra, baby, she said, you gonna be fine. She said, I want you to be strong. I want you to go through. And she said, you're gonna have love, you're gonna have support. And she said, I'm there with you. And she said, Mother Bronson, my first lady of my church, she called her Gladys. She said, Gladys gonna be with you. And she and my pastor, Reverend Bronson, they was with me the whole time. When I went in at 12, Mother Bronson was there. When I came out at 8 that night, she still was there. But my mama had already prepared me, you won't be alone. And so that's what I'm saying. I continue saying this, just the love and support. Yes, I was at my lowest moment when he told me. I felt like I was the only one in the world that was diagnosed with cancer. But then after I picked myself up and got myself together and cried half of the night, when I woke up the next day, I was fine. I was able to keep it moving. But yes, at that moment when he told me, see, like everything in me just fell down. But today, after 5 years, I can say, God, I thank you. Because he's been carrying me every step of the way.
And y'all, she's an advocate. You hear me? She is out here, I mean, on the pavement, telling everybody from, I don't care, I mean, when we was in our church, church when I used to attend, she'll come in and she'll tell everybody that she's she don't care. And I don't care if we hear it 5,000 times. She's gonna because somebody didn't hear that and they needed to hear it. But she's an advocate for it. And I often tell her that she's gonna be the one that speaks for women that needs to know and be there for them when they are going through it, to let them know that you're gonna be fine. So, and it's for the ones that you have treatment for one.
After I had my surgery, I had my right breast removed. After I was going back for my checkup every week, at the end, about 4 weeks down, he had sent me to Dr. Moore. That's the head cancer doctor. And he said to me, he said, you don't have to have any radiation. You don't have to have no chemo. He said, right now, I'm not even putting you on a pill.
Wow.
So that's why I can tell everybody all over the world that God will take care of you.
Well, that was the last question, Miss Cassandra. We don't need to know nothing else because you answered everything. I looked at all these last 3 questions and we answered them all. Miss Cassandra, you did a great job. I appreciate you coming on Sharp's Corner just to talk about this thing. And y'all, again, I'm going to do this once a month. But I just want I'm just happy that I just, because the devil was busy. I almost didn't do it. But hey, I'm here, y'all. And y'all, my extremies, y'all just, keep holding me down and keep me going and whatever. But I had to bring her on here first because it was October and it was breast cancer awareness month, and she was kind to come after she left work to come over here and sit down and have a day with me talking to y'all guys. So at the end of this, y'all, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.